The bell is tolling. I'm Jonathan Coachman. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we're going to look at Le'Veon Bell, fresh off a 100-yard performance a week ago, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New Orleans Saints. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints. From up top, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles Davis, as always, with me as well. And CD, defenses better be on their toes in this one because we got two quarterbacks who love to throw the football, and they throw it very well.
Over 4,000 yards each in the previous season. So what you're saying is, if you're a defender, hope you prepared properly. Hydrated, stretched, be on your toes, as you said, because the ball's coming your way.
Versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And we roll now on the graphics for the offensive starters.
Let's take a look at the left tackle, Taylor Lewan. A big, gregarious guy, athletic ability, plays the game with a little bit of an edge. In fact, he doesn't play to the whistle. He plays to the echo of the whistle.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Here are the starters defensively for the Cowboys. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? On second down, here's Mixon. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Mixon with a first down carry. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. Third and goal. Now it's gone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call. One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Tavecchio puts this one through, and the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here are the Cowboys under head coach Jason Garrett as they get set for their first opportunity. They'll be led out by the only 6-time Super Bowl champion in league history. In his 20th season now, Tom Brady.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, no interception. Usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. And the drive starts with a completion, left side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL, and now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Well, look now at our starting defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
Able to find Plain. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Now Brady, and Graham's got it over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Brady going to throw. Green's got it over the middle. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going. I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then...
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Le'Veon Bell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Crosby with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe reward their defense. We'll see.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
11 yards there, first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs, and how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Now Goff on first down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 4 and another first. On first down, Mixon. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. To throw on 2nd and 6, Goff. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Goff. Throw left side, complete to QT. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. QT. His first touchdown on the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And down he'll go at the 25. All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's 2nd down. Now a draw play. This is Bell. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep, Golden Tate. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well. do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before the
touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Yeah, the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. From the gun, here's Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And that makes it 14-10. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
They go play action here on first down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now a pass, and it's complete to QT.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Goff. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
False start, offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, pick them up. And someone jumped.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Des back deep. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Let's go, baby.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Cole Beasley to target, but it's going to be second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Instead of a 3rd-and-1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. That time a slant, Brady in general on those quick hitters, he just releases the ball so fast.
He does, and he's so accurate, but most of the time he wins before the ball's even snapped by his pre-snap read. Finds out where the defense is and delivers the place.
Brady's throw there complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. To throw again on second down. Brady on the left side, he finds Beasley. And they'll down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Brady to throw again. That's going to be caught by Kirk. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as it'll come with 36 to go in half number 1. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Here's Brady. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
We got 3, baby, 2.
Now Brady again. This is caught. Watkins. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Again, it's Brady. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, let's head off and check out a 2nd game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the 2nd half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Bell. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. From the 45 on 2nd down. Brady, and caught right side, Green. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. That throw by Brady incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 4 after that last complete 6. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And that's caught by Beasley. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
This will be caught at about the 6. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to efficiency.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Crosby is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Big break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out that just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
On second down, Mixon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready. Still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Play action. It's Goff. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Goff now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Now they run with Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. That's going to set them back 5 yards. A false start backs him up 5 and 15. After the penalty, it's Mixon. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
From the red zone now, Goff. It's caught over the middle, Hooper. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down now, Mixon, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A shotgun snap for Goff. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. From the gun, a give to Mixon. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Comes 3rd and goal. Goff now to throw. This is caught. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first.
I don't care what the analytics say. Look at where they are on the field. To me, that just screams go for it here. I don't even think about putting a kicker out there. What say you?
I support whatever they do. Let's find out.
Look at you, man of the people.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back. Preferably a takeaway.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. It'll be a 2nd and long.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now on 2nd and 16. Brady. And some room to work. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 points?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Golden Tate, his first down on the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. Fitting for a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow, you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not getting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. Our camera miss was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play gets him across midfield for 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Bell. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 1. On 2nd and a yard, Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bell. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod. 2nd and 5 now. Brady. And Graham's got it over the middle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they... Now Brady. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Now Crosby for the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start just past the 30-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from before because that worked. Be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Goff now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. And finding the tight end, Hooper. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first completion. They'll run here with Mixon. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Goff. Oh, he's going to go for it all. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense and stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll go again with Bell. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Now after the run by Bell, it's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. This is Bell. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this. Despite the heavy workload, but you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Bell trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Two times. Everyone got full. Key 26, key 26.
Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Cowboys, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.